Welcome back everybody. I'm back in the unit today, so I thought I'd give you a bit of an update of what's been going on. I've sort of had good days and bad days this week. So one day I felt absolutely rubbish. One day, a couple of days, I sort of didn't get over it as much as I would have liked. So yeah, but I've still been updating stuff. So I've been filling up the shelves. As you can probably see down here, there's a bit more space, so I've been putting stuff on the shelves and updating the SKUs. Still having that issue with eBay trying to update it, and it just keeps crashing, so I'm sort of trying to take photos and update it at home, which is a bit better, but obviously a bit more annoying. I brought another shelf over, which is here. I've got another space there, which is going to have another shelf. So my plan is to, because they're not the best of shelves, they're not the biggest, I'm going to upgrade them to these kind of shelves at some point when I can get some. I could buy them new, but I don't like buying new, so I'm going to try and just sort of make do for now until I can get some second-hand ones and use those, and then just upgrade them as I go. So yeah, so that's been good. The sun has just come out, which is wonderful. It's been the wettest morning. It was hailing when I left. So yeah, you can see all the piles of stuff behind me is all still kind of here, but there's quite a few empty boxes as well, so that's good. I've been emptying stuff out and just piling it on there. I've got a Greggs coffee, not sponsored by Greggs, but that would be great. If anyone wants any Greggs spokespeople out there, give me a shout. Free coffee as well, so can't really say fairer than that. So yeah, so I've got a few orders to pick. I can't totally remember what they are off the top of my head, but I've got a few bits at home which I've already picked the other day to go out. eBay's been a bit better, not great, but yesterday I had a good day of listing, so I listed 34 I think it was items. I've spread them out over a few days, so I've got 5 or 6 or so going live every day. I think I actually had like 7 or 8 today. But at least I've got those lined up, so then if I get a chance today to list any more, I can just add to them. So try and get like 10 or so listings a day up, which is again not great, but it's better than I have been doing, so that's the main thing. So as part of this load of books I picked up, I've got loads of Kingsley Amos, who I've not really heard of, but some of his books can do okay, so I've listed a lot of I was going to list them as a bundle, but I kind of listed them individually in the end. They might be slow sellers based on some of them, but a lot of them are first editions, so we'll see. I've kind of priced them competitively to see how they do, so fingers crossed they'll start going out. I've not sold any washing machine parts yet, which is a bit annoying. My last video you may have seen was my washing machine video. It was quite difficult to film because of where it was, and my other half was working in the other room, so I didn't want to disturb her. So yeah, it was all a bit kind of patched together a little bit, so apologies about that. It wasn't the best, but hopefully it gave you an idea of what you can do if you break down a washing machine. As I said, I would love to be able to do that more often if I had the space, which to be fair I probably would do if I was to ever sell any of these, or list them anyway. I'm sure they'll sell, I just haven't listed them. Right, so I'm going to crack on, get some orders picked, and then I will come back to you, show you what has sold, well, but what is here that's sold anyway. I can't remember how many there is. There's a few tapes, things like that, but yeah, I'll show you in a sec. It's a bit dark in here. I've had to shut the door because it's raining. No, I was just saying about it being lovely, glorious sunshine. Yeah, it's a bit all over the place weather today. It's very windy, so it keeps blowing the rain clouds over and then blows them away just as quick. Yeah, it's still just gets a bit wet inside that door, which is a bit annoying, but I don't think there's much I can do about it. But I'll show you what has sold anyway. I'm using the light from my phone, so if my face looks a bit weird, my apologies. But yeah, gotta do what you gotta do, you know. Right, let's go through what has sold. So this has sold, which has been good little bundle. So that is 14 books on like pregnancy and birth and toddler taming, all that kind of stuff. So basically a whole load of stuff that I'd collected from different places. I had them listed for 20 plus postage. They sold for 15 plus postage, so I'm more than happy to get rid of those. Hell's Angels book, which is actually signed. You may remember I picked it up in the summer. I think I paid £1 for it at Carboot. Weirdly, I remember that. And it's finally sold for £30 plus postage, which wasn't as much as I wanted, but that's good to get rid of it. £1 into 30 is good. And then the shadow, all very good this. So I've sold a T-Rex tape, which I think went for £9.99 free post. Oasis, definitely maybe, which sold for £24.99 for a free post. Definitely look out for those if you see any Oasis tapes. And 3 of the Kinks, which I think sold for £8 plus postage. So yeah, not too bad. And then there's a bundle of 4 Game of Thrones books. They've been sitting around for a little while, but they sold for £7.99 plus postage. And then Great Expectations, a classic Penguins version, that sold for £14.99 plus postage. Always reminds me of Hot Shots Part 2. It's probably one of my favourite jokes ever. I don't know ever, but from a film, one of my favourite quotes. And he's sitting in a plane reading Great Expectations. Someone comes up to him and goes, "Oh, what's it like?" And he's like, "Not what I hoped for." It just cracked me up. Such a simple joke, but it works. Right, but there we go. That's all the orders picked. I've got a light at home. I keep meaning to bring it over just in case of this kind of situation. You can see all the wonderful books I have currently got listed. These are still to be put on a shelf, and a box underneath that to go on a shelf, and those ones over there to go on a shelf, which I'm pointing with my foot. But yeah, I've still got a bit of space on there, so I can throw some on there and then get all those updated. So my thinking is I can get all the books I've got currently on shelves, still got the boxes over there, which is boxes of books which are listed, and then I can slowly start sorting this out, get some more shelves, maybe put another line down the middle, but at the minute obviously I can't because I've got books in the way, so it's just going to be a slow process, I think, of adding a shelf in, filling it up, moving boxes around, and just keep doing that until I've got through them all. Obviously selling, so it made a big sort of gap here with all those baby books, so I can fill that back up, which is good. Still got some gaps on the bottom, so I've got tons of space. This is worth a mention because let me just hold that in my arm. This is the Chaos Walking series. If anyone is interested in it, it's still in my shop, brand new, sealed. I've just finished reading them and I loved them. I thought they were great, real sort of get your head thinking. It's basically about kid on a planet, and everyone on the planet can hear each other's thoughts. So it kind of goes from that, and it's a weird one because I sort of started thinking that everyone could hear my thoughts almost afterwards, everything that's said. So even if the guy who's the main character who's like narrating the story, then people are sort of responding to his narration. So it's quite interesting, quite clever, and it's quite emotional as well. There's some bits in it which are really quite sad, I thought. But yeah, that's my book report for the week. If anyone wants a more detailed report, please let me know, because yeah, I really enjoyed it, and it's got me back into reading as well, so which is great, because I've kind of dropped out of reading a little bit, so getting those 3 books under my belt in about 2 months, which is pretty good going for me. Yeah, pretty pleased, so I'm hoping to push on and read lots more. Anyway, not really that important. I just thought I'd mention it. Rain stops again, and it's blue skies again. Glorious. That won't last long. But Yeah, if anyone's got any questions about how I do things, please always put them down below. It's always good to hear from people. I try to answer as many of the comments as I can. If I do miss it, then apologies, but generally I'm on it. If it's an older video, I might not pick up on it because I may have answered it in a future video, if that makes sense. But yeah, I'm always happy to try and help, or at least explain my thinking behind things. Would also be interested to hear people's thoughts on Whatnot as well, because it's not something I don't really know much about it. I just see it's all over social media. Everyone's doing Whatnot, everyone's jumping on it. You know, everyone's got a code that if you join, then you get a tenner and they get a tenner. It just seems to be everywhere at the minute. Some people seem to be doing alright out of it. I think, I don't really know, but yeah, I don't see the appeal, to be honest. Yeah, the little bit I know, it just seems like it's sort of low value items. I don't know, in my head, the only people that know about Whatnot are resellers, so therefore you're just selling to resellers, which seems a bit pointless to me. But I'm sure there's other people that are on it as well. Yeah, it's a strange one. Happy to be informed and enlightened, because I'm not poo-pooing the idea at all. It's another selling platform. I'd really like to sell on Vinted at the minute, like as a business seller. That's what I'd really like, because I think books, now they've introduced the new postage, combined postage system, which automatically combines it. I think you could list books individually and people can make their own bundles up. So you could list 20 books at £1 each, and it's not going to be huge value, but it wouldn't take long to list them either. So yeah, and then hopefully the combined postage would work it all out for you. So that's what I'm hoping will happen very soon. It looks like it's on its way and it will be with us soon, but we'll see. But yeah, I think I'll leave it there because I've got some packaging to get done. So I've got these books to get sent out. I've got a busy weekend, so I'm trying to just get it all sorted out and not worry about it until next week. So yes, that will be good. But thank you very much for watching. I shall, as is now tradition, I shall leave an older video up here for you to watch, a playlist here and a subscribe button here for you. Thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed it, please give me a thumbs up, because that would be great. And I'll see you in the next video. Thank you, bye bye.